A survey by Thriving Center of Psychology found that 64% of millennials have experienced midlife crisis. In fact, midlife crisis is more common than you think. 44% in their 20s, 49% in their 30s, and 53% in their 40s reported such crisis in their life. That's more than half of the population. While many don't even know they are experiencing this. Guys, it's time to wake up and make a change in your life from now on. Hi, my name is Koala. I'm a millennial who is trying to deal with her midlife crisis in her 30s. The past year, I took a bold move, something I've never done before. Even though I've traveled to every country in the world, I quit my home and become homeless, just living in hotels and Airbnb. Why do I do that? Not that I don't love my home in Singapore or the US. I guess I just don't have any physical restriction after leaving my corporate job or from having a kid or a family. I do stay with friends or family once in a while to save some housing costs. Research showed that 81% of millennials feel they can't afford a midlife crisis, lower earnings than the previous generations, along with burdens with student loans, inflation, and high living costs. Luckily, I don't have big financial burdens anymore after I pay off my $300,000 student loans, but I'm also not rich enough to retire in the most expensive city in the world yet.
Of 42 kilometers.
While the digital nomad lifestyle sounds cool, it also gave me sadness recently and emotional instability, especially as a Cancer horoscope myself. I think the midlife crisis is real. I am pretty depressed recently, to the point that I feel lost and confused. It amplifies my midlife crisis. Recently, I've done self-transformation, triggered by my recent trauma. As you see in my previous video, I felt more empowered now. I want to share tips with you. It's time for you to have a breakthrough. In fact, a lot of people are experiencing life crisis, but they don't know they are. So what is midlife crisis? A midlife crisis is a period of emotional turmoil, self-doubt, and reassessment. You may feel stuck in career, relationship, or life in general. You may question the meaning of life. You may have nostalgic feeling for youth, anxiety about aging. More women doing plastic surgeries, expensive skincare, but some men do too. You may FOMO, regret over missed opportunities. Some people in midlife crisis may also have sudden impulsive decisions, such as quitting jobs, sudden marriage or divorce, buying luxury items, and using those material goods to fill the emptiness or loneliness at your heart. All these are different forms of behaviors if one is experiencing midlife crisis. Why does it happen? Because you may feel things are not meeting your expectations or your family expectations. You may realize youth is fading, time is limited. You may feel burned out because you've worked for many years and seeing other people more successful than you, comparing with them. For me, I've had pretty good career and advanced fast. I may not have started high, but I surpassed other peers eventually. But the truth is, my life is not being the smoothest like my other peers. I worked very hard just to pay off my student loans. At this point of life, I'm not sure if I still continue to work hard, go back to corporate, or continue to run my startup. How can I improve my health, make more money, fund a new apartment? Just thinking about everything at once makes the whole situation worse. Recently, I've done self-transformation. I felt more empowered now. It's time for you to have a breakthrough. First, shift our perspectives. Is the glass half empty or half full? They say 50 is the new 40. 40 is the new 30. Jeff Bezos founded Amazon at 30, but didn't see massive success until his 40s. Vera Wang became a designer at 40. Sanders started KFC in his 60s. Many people say women get old fast, but there are many women who look more attractive when they become more mature and only find their partners in their 40s and 50s. When we feel stuck, we only see the glass is half empty. I literally felt depressed and just lying on bed whole night long. when I was feeling traumatized. But isn't the glass also about half full too? Why do we always forget that? Because we already form a pattern of thinking and the chemicals in our brains just automatically react that way when similar situations arise. You need to train your thinking into your new habit until it actually becomes yours. But remember, you still have half of your lifetime achieving something amazing. Second, be patient. Steve Jobs once said, "You can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect the dots looking backward." It's okay to feel confused, lost, make some detours, because great things don't come easily. I have to say that I'm not the most patient person, though I'm a life coach myself, help many mentees of mine through my platform, kksuccess.com. I also need to coach myself to be more patient, because by being impatient, it actually stresses you out more easily. The greatest thing only comes when you're patient, persistent, and never give up. That's what gets us to appreciate our life better. If you always have all the success in your life, how would you even appreciate the ups if you never experience any downs? The third thing is to love ourselves. Be kind to ourselves. Love ourselves when things get sour. If you grow up having high expectation on yourself, don't be so harsh on yourself. Recently, I got so traumatized because I see myself as a very experienced and intuitive person. I got so disappointed at myself that I got scammed and lost my belongings. I had very bad moods, didn't eat well, tried to save money because I lost everything, and then I got sick often. Just came back from hospital, so got like some syrup for coughing. I transformed my physical well-being by giving myself more love. I would take myself to good restaurants because I worked dozens of hours to publish a new video this week. I would get myself a business class flight for more comfort because I've closed a partnership deal. I would go out for a walk or jogging because I tell myself that our bodies deserve fresh air and beautiful sunbathing. Also, I would say find a new challenge or a hobby. Sometimes I also wonder if it's because I've already accomplished so many things in my life early on, nothing more I want to achieve, or if it's because my personality just changed as I grow up. But I realized a new challenge, even though very, very small, can make you feel much more fulfilled. I recently picked up my Spanish again. Well, we're going back to school. Let's go. Well, after 10 years since I did my school and got my Spanish certificate, I forgot many words, so I went back to class, learned from my teacher. As last month I was going through some trauma, learning new things reminds me of growth mindset. You can be more than who you are. Stop thinking you're only a loser. So find a new hobby, sports, music, art, cooking. From the new hobby, you may discover new inspiration for your career or life. Then I want to talk about goal versus process and celebrate small wins. I used to be so obsessed with visiting all 193 countries. Every new country felt like a victory, fueling my excitement. But when I was down to my last one, I realized something unexpected. I wasn't excited anymore. The thrill wasn't in the completion, it was in the process. And we celebrate every time, making our life excited. Many people want to lose weight. You go to gym every day and change your diet. You are so happy seeing your weight keep going down. You allow yourself to eat one dessert per week as a small win along the process. But once you lose the weight, you stop looking at yourself and just go back to eat whatever again. You no longer feel the motivation. It's the same with building a business or chasing any goal. The joy isn't in the final achievement, it's in the small wins along the way. So if you're feeling lost in your midlife, don't wait for the happiness to come after you achieve everything. Find joy in the process, that way you will feel happier. Because the truth is that we can pursue happiness. Happiness is the pursuit itself.